My name is Andrew Ugongo. I'm the Senior Program Manager, Digital for Development and Innovation, Global Center IT. I want to show you how to create reports from CommCare. So the first thing you need to do is, one thing, you must have web user account for you to log into the backend server to be able to download data and create reports. And that's what I'm going to show you just right now. So for you to log on to CommCare, it's normally www.commcarehq.org. Using the password which already been sent to you by the administrator, for you to get access to reporting, the administrator must send you an invite into that project space and will allocate you the right access right for creating reports. So for this particular case, I'm belonging as myself. And here I am. And the application we're using is GMP and PDH. So make sure that one is loaded on. How do you normally create passwords? So normally passwords normally created from the users menu. So we have two types of users in CommCare. I would say mobile workers and also web users. Normally web users, when you're creating web users, you only need to invite a web user by clicking that, and make sure that you know the email address of the person you are extending the invitation to join that particular project space, and also make sure you know the role you are going to assign that particular person. For report generation, the role we normally give is only data access and reports. So make sure you have that one there, and make sure that you have the email address for that particular person. When all that has been put in, then you just send that particular send invite, and the person will get the invite. And within that invite, there'll be a set of instruction how somebody will key in the required information for him or for her to be able to create login details. And for the purpose of mobile users, everything is done by the administrator. The administrator will be able to create the login name and also the password. Just like we'll create the username for the mobile worker, put in first name, last name, and make sure that he puts a password. Then these details are normally sent to the mobile worker that they'll use to log in into their mobile phones in the field. I hope all these are very clear. But you don't need to worry about creating accounts, because all these are normally done by the administrator. It's only the administrator that has got the role that enable him or her to be able to create login details to different users, different category users in CommCare. And for you to create a report, you can create a report from the data menu. So you go to the data, and there are two types of reports that you can create. You can create report from the form data, that's a one-off data collection, or you can create a report from the case data, which is you tracking information about entity from the beginning to the closing of the case. But we are going to start by creating a report from form data. So once you click on that, what you come to is this screen, and you need to add to report so that you define the parameter that you are going to use to generate your report. So the application is GMP, and PDH, and the menu should be the child. And then we have the monthly screening. That's what we are going to use. Then you click add data. So at this point, it's trying to generate the kind of data based on the parameter that you've provided. So here is giving us a screen. And what we need to do here is just to create give a name of the report, monthly child screening dashboard. So that's the name which you've given the file. You need to check that all the parameters are correct. All these are correct. We are not taking any of this. And right now it's showing that the data we're pulling is coming from the form. And these are the field levels of data we are going to pull from the database. So you need to select based on the information that you need. You need to tick and untick what you don't need. So at the bottom here, I need to tick that. That's very important. Click create. It's going to take a bit of time to get us all that. So what we need to go to is this one here. We are going to get it. And this is the one we have created. So at this point, we click export. This is the parameters. This is the active workers and this is the deactivated workers. But each of them are one with the other. Deactivated are the ones who are not workers, mobile workers are no longer contributing, but there must be some data which they contribute at some point. And this is the data range that you want to collect. But for this particular exercise, we just want to take a narrow range. So we just want to change this to 2020 and maybe put that 4th and put maybe that one 1st of January to that, and then we can say okay, prepare report. So I've just picked the data range from from April to July. That's what the data I'm going to generate for this particular demonstration. So sometimes it takes a bit of time, especially if the database is large for this particular case. So there are two options of doing that. You could email it to yourself, and then once the process is over, a link will be sent to you where you can download that data into your Excel file. So because it's going to take long, I just want to email it to myself. So I've already emailed it to myself. And once everything is done, I just want to show you what you will see in Excel, the kind of report that you'll get. So once downloaded, you need to download it and place it somewhere within your desktop. So this one is almost done. So you download and it's done. This was a smaller one. Then you show this is where it is. I just want to copy it and paste it onto my desktop. Go back and let us download one from the case data. From the monthly child screening, there's childs which will meet the criteria to be referred to PDH. And those are the ones which we are going to track from the time they enter the PDH up to the time they fully recovered and discharged from the session. So the next thing is to add again, but this case we're dealing with the case. So still the same application, but the case type right now is the child PDH. And then we just say add export. The same way, the way we did the other one. The only difference, the other one was form, and this one is now case. We just leave it with this name, child PDH, and the dates today, which is created. We just click create. And we just look for it. It's this one here, child monthly, and then you export. We are also going to put a very small range, data range for this particular exercise, because we don't need to make it take longer. This one is going to finish much faster than the other one. So we can wait for it to finish. We download it and have a look at it. So while it's still downloading, I just need to emphasize the fact that it's important that you have to have a web user account for you to log on to the back end server for CommCare platform. And this particular information, the CommCare administrator will send you an invite to join the space. And when you accept that invite, it will give you information, will give you information how you can log in. And those are the login details that you'll use when you are creating your reports. So this one is almost done. So you download and it's done. This was a smaller one. Then show this is where it is. I just want to copy it and paste it onto my desktop. Thank you so much. I hope this is very clear and you should be able to do that particular exercise I've given you. And once you're done, make sure you save it on your desktop. Thank you.